once upon a time, in a sunlit forest glade, where tall oak and elm trees whispered secrets in the breeze, there lived a clever fox and a graceful stork. Fox was known throughout the woods for his quick wit, russet fur, and bright eyes that gleamed with mischief. Stork was tall and stately, her feathers white as snow, and her long, slender bill curved like a gentle crescent. Though their feathers and fur were different, they had often crossed paths, Fox admiring Stork's graceful stride, and Stork marveling at Fox's clever tricks. One cool morning, Fox woke with a mischievous glint in his eye. He had invited many neighbors to dine at his den, but this time he meant to play his favorite trick, to amuse himself at the expense of his friend, Stork, if you could call it friendship. Stork must join me for dinner, he chuckled to himself. She will arrive hungry, and I shall serve the soup in a shallow dish. She will never reach a single drop. Fox hurried through the glade, his paws silent on the soft earth, until he spied Stork, gathering reeds for her nest beside a marshy pool. "Good morning, dear Stork," he called, bowing with exaggerated grace. "I would be most honored if you would dine with me at my den tonight. I have prepared a splendid feast." Stork, polite and trusting, agreed at once. "Thank you, Fox," she said in her soft, melodic voice. "I shall come eagerly." All day Fox busied himself. Inside his cozy burrow, he set a low wooden table and placed upon it a shallow, wide pan filled with steaming, fragrant mushroom soup. The scent of herbs and mushrooms drifted through the air, making the woodland creatures' mouths water, except, of course, for Stork's, which could not taste it at all. Fox licked his whiskers, pleased with his plan. As dusk fell and lantern fireflies blinked in the trees, Stork arrived at Fox's den. Her long legs carried her elegantly across the threshold, and she greeted her host with a graceful nod. Fox showed her to a low cushion beside the table. "Please, make yourself comfortable," he said with a sly grin. Stork seated herself carefully and looked at the pan of soup. She dipped the tip of her bill in, only to find the dish so shallow that she could only wet her beak. The rest of the soup lay just beyond reach. She tried again and again, but her long bill would not bend low enough. Fox slurped up each mouthful with ease, savoring the warmth and flavor, and chuckled as he watched Stork struggle. Stork maintained her composure. Her calm nature would not allow her to snap or hiss. She bowed politely when Fox finished and said, "Thank you, Fox, for your hospitality." Then she turned gracefully and flew back to her nest, her white feathers gleaming in the moonlight, though her heart felt heavy. Fox went to sleep that night, feeling very proud of himself. He fancied that all the forest creatures would laugh and applaud his cleverness. But the next morning, as he padded through the glade in search of breakfast, he found no applause, only the silent judgment of curious birds perched on branches, and the solemn gazes of deer at the forest's edge. Fox scowled. He would teach them all a lesson, and Stork in particular. A few days later, Stork herself invited Fox to dine at her marshland home. She had thought long and hard about how to return the trick, and she had found the perfect solution. The invitation read, "Dear Fox, your company is requested this evening at my place for a special fish soup. I hope to repay your kindness. Yours truly, Stork Fox, ever confident, accepted without hesitation." As twilight painted the sky in orange and purple, Fox arrived at Stork's home, a cozy nest perched atop a low stand of reeds beside the still pool. Stork welcomed him with a curtsy. "Good evening, Fox," she said sweetly. "I trust you will enjoy my dinner." Inside her reed-woven abode, Stork set a tall, slender pitcher on the table. "Please, help yourself," she said softly, stepping back so Fox could sit. Fox looked at the pitcher and sniffed appreciatively. "Smells delicious," he said, rubbing his paws together. Then he attempted to sip. His short muzzle could not reach inside the narrow mouth of the pitcher. He could only lick around the rim, tasting no more than a single drop. Meanwhile, Stork inserted her long bill easily and withdrew sweet, warm fish broth, sipping contentedly. Fox frowned and pushed his snout further in, but it only stuck, and he batted at it hopelessly. Stork, unmoved, briskly finished her meal. Fox stormed away in embarrassment once his bill was freed, leaving Stork's den with his pride in tatters. In the hush of the marsh, Stork called after him, "Good night, Fox. Do not play tricks on your neighbors unless you can stand the same treatment yourself." The next morning, Fox woke early, the sun casting golden rays through the leaves. He thought about the night before, and how Stork had looked so calm and dignified, even when she was struggling to eat. Fox felt a strange feeling in his chest, a mix of guilt and sadness. Was my joke really so funny, he wondered, or did I hurt someone I care about? Fox decided to visit the wise old owl who lived in the tallest tree of the forest. Owl was known for his wisdom and kindness, and many animals came to him for advice. "Owl," Fox said, bowing respectfully, "I played a trick on Stork that I now regret. I served soup in a shallow dish, knowing she could not eat it properly. She was polite, but I saw the sadness in her eyes. What should I do?" Owl blinked slowly and replied, "Fox, sometimes cleverness can be used to help others, but when it is used to make fun, it can hurt feelings and break trust. You must make amends and learn to treat others as you wish to be treated." Fox thanked Owl and promised to be kinder. He thought about how he could show Stork he was sorry. Meanwhile, Stork was busy preparing her own dinner. She wanted to invite Fox to her home and teach him a gentle lesson about kindness and respect. She carefully gathered fresh fish from the pond and simmered them into a fragrant broth. When the evening came, Fox arrived at Stork's home, confident and curious. The tall reeds swayed gently in the breeze, and the soft light of fireflies lit the path. Stork greeted him warmly and led him inside. The table was set with a tall, narrow pitcher filled with the delicious fish broth. Fox's mouth watered at the smell. He tried to drink, but his short snout did not reach inside the narrow neck of the pitcher. He licked around the rim, tasting only a drop or two. Stork, with her long bill, easily sipped the broth, enjoying every drop. Fox felt embarrassed, but also understood the message. He realized that his trick had been unfair, and that Stork's way of serving dinner was a kind way to show him how it felt. After dinner, Fox apologized sincerely. "Stork, I am sorry for my trick. I did not mean to hurt you. Will you forgive me?" Stork smiled gently. "I forgive you, Fox. Let us be friends who treat each other with kindness and respect." From that day on, Fox and Stork shared many meals and stories. They learned to appreciate each other's differences and to be thoughtful in their actions. Their friendship became a shining example in the forest. Other animals saw how kindness and fairness brought happiness and peace. The rabbit and the hedgehog learned to share their burrows without quarrel. The bear and the mouse helped each other gather food, no matter their size. The forest became a place where all creatures felt safe and loved. And so, the tale of the fox and the stork reminds us all that treating others as we wish to be treated is the key to true friendship and happiness. Morale of the story: treat others as you wish to be treated. Kindness and fairness make the world a better place for everyone. The end.